Steve from Do It Right EDC. Welcome to the deep dive into flashlight bombs. And we've got a number of flashlights to start off the night. I'm going to use my Emelin HT70. This one that you guys see a lot. I use this one a lot. It's my favorite flashlight. Favorite headlamp, that is. I also got one of my convoys with me. It's a great flashlight. You got to get you one of these. Got the smooth reflector. And I really didn't feel I was going to take the night off of doing a stream, but you know what? I met one of my, I made a new subscriber today in person, and I feel like I should really make one in case old boy decide to tune in. And you get a shot of that sunset over there. That sky, if you can see it. Just dark enough to start using the flashlights. I'm going to be taking one of my normal walks here. I'm going to be going around an old shopping center. So guys, when you're purchasing flashlights, there's a number of different ways you can do it. You know, you can go right to the flashlight distributor's website, you know, like Phoenix or Nightcore or Convoy or Claris or Ace Beam or Olight. You know, depending on what flashlight you're looking for, you might be the best option might be going right to the website. Another option might be go to a different website, like batteryjunction.com is a website that sells sort of your one-stop shop for stuff like that. And then you're going to get other websites that have that as well. I think Zero Air Reviews. Well, they at least have the links for you to decide on a particular item that you want. So, you know, there's different ways of purchasing the flashlights that you want. But before you purchase a flashlight, you got to decide, what kind of flashlight do you need? What kind of flashlight do you even want? What serves your purpose? And who provides the best options for what you're looking for? Got this thing in moonlight mode right now. And walking through an old retirement home parking lot as we come across the old shopping center. We're going to hunt for ghosts. Spooky ghosts. And we're going to take a different path this time around. We're going to take a different route than normal. I got some new product on the way, fresh product. There we go. Dude, what is up with my connection? Well, anyways, like I was saying earlier, I got some new purchases on the way, and there's going to be Hopefully a good upload in the next day or two on that. Over the next few weeks, there's going to be a number of different uploads. There's a lot of interesting product on the way. So definitely stick around. Hit your notification bell. Stay updated on everything Do It Right EDC with your boy Steve. And we're going to do it right. We're going to keep EDC. And it's going to be fun. Time to crank the flashlight back up. Boom. Actually, you know, time to switch the flashlight up. I like to give you guys variety. Now we're going to be using a flashlight by Energizer. The Energizer TAC 300, one of my favorite flashlights. It's got one of the best hand feels to it. Very nice. It's 3 modes, high, low, and strobe. Hey, Kiara Mata. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. That's good that you're doing good. And another thing you guys want to keep in mind when you're purchasing some flashlights is the material it's made out of. You know, depending on the application you're going to use it for. Are you looking for a metal flashlight? That's usually what I prefer. I like my flashlights to be made out of metal, lightweight metal. Either way, it's just more durable. You know, some of these flashlights feel like they're made out of just some raw steel. The flashlight I'm using right here, this is an Energizer brand, Energizer TAC 300. It's a very good flashlight. Retails for about 14 bucks, but you might be able to get it online for half that price. Tail switch, very good. And it's got a removable pocket clip too. And this is all metal. This is all made out of metal, so it's a really good flashlight. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to buy this flashlight is because the body of it is so solid. For a pocket flashlight, a lot of these, you know, the EDC stuff is going to be pocket clip. And when you're leaning over into something like your car or to a machine, you got your flashlight in your pocket still. You don't want that thing to break. If it's made out of plastic, it can break. Hey, Haven Lundsetter. Kelpie's Therian. Hello. And another thing you gotta want to keep in mind is what kind of LED is it using, and what kind of reflector does the flashlight have? Hey, thanks, Kiara. Thanks for subscribing. You know, like here's the end of the flashlight that I'm using now. Thank you very much for subscribing, Kiara. That's very nice of you. It's got the nice maul on the end for it makes it more tactical, I guess, for like a glass breaker feature, kind of self-defense. And you'll notice that the glass was clear. That got a little scratched up from all the use that it's had. And the reflector is smooth. I'm not sure what LED this has, but those are things you want to keep in mind when you're selecting your flashlights. Well, certain flashlights got a very totally different lenses on them. Totally different options for lenses these days when it comes to flashlights. And So you can get the clear, or you can get what's known as like orange peel. The same thing for the reflector. You can go smooth, or you can go orange peel, and I'm sure that there's different grade of orange peel for the reflector. Just like, ooh, there's a bookshelf right here. And just like there's different selections for the LEDs, there's different selections for the reflector. And in some cases, there's different selections for your the lens as well. But you don't see the lens selection too often. You definitely see the reflector in some websites. Hey, Timothy Land, how you doing? But you know, a lot of websites, some websites will let you customize what kind of LED you want, which is great depending on whatever your power needs are. Convoyflashlights.com or convoylight.com, where Convoy flashlights come from. They're really good at that. They're really good at giving you the option of what kind of LED you want. And what you know, what works best for you. You can even choose the different reflector on some of them. Good and self. Good and self. That's good. You're doing good. Myself, I am doing great. I am in fact doing wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And I'm going to be switching up the flashlight here. Be switching over to my headlamp here because I'm going to need to crack a vitamin water. So there we go. We got the headlamp. This is my Immolent headlamp. This is a very nice headlamp. Comes in at 3200 lumens in turbo mode. And I'll show you this. It's a very, very nice flashlight. Got to get you one of these. Made out of metal. The material is made out of metal. The lens is extremely clear. I believe that's like a hardened glass. It's a very nice flashlight. And I'm going to be opening my vitamin water now. Don't tell anybody. This is our little secret, okay? My vitamin water. Crack. So, like I was saying about the LEDs and reflectors, there's a lot of options out there. You know, in today's world, it's amazing how many options we have, especially for things like our reflectors and our LEDs. And in some cases, the power can be the power source can be chosen as well. Whether you got different options for disposable batteries, rechargeable batteries, built-in batteries, there's all different types of choices for your batteries these days. Some people only want the rechargeables. Some people, like me, like to have the removable batteries so I can charge them up myself. Use a lot of flashlights like I do. You go through a lot of batteries, so at the end of the week you've probably got 3 or 4 flashlights that you really need to get charged up. So it's good to have battery chargers on hand. And you guys should know that I got a real good battery charger at home. That's I believe that's my profile picture right now, a bunch of battery chargers. And we're just going to keep on walking and walking and walking. No harm, no foul. I'm gonna be walking this way. I'm gonna be walking towards the bike path. And I'm gonna be busting out a whole different flashlight now. Why not? We're gonna bust out the Convoy S21E. Very good flashlights. Good tail stand. This got a pocket clip. It's got the side power button here. And this flashlight is also rechargeable. It's got the Type-C on there. And this is a very powerful flashlight. All right, we're crossing the street. And to change modes on this one, you hold and press. And that's another thing that you want to pay attention to is when you're buying new flashlights is what kind of tail stand does it have? Does it even have a tail stand? What's the end of it look like? Does it have a side power button or does it have a tail switch power button? Does it have a lanyard hole on it or does it not? Some flashlights have that, some flashlights don't. This one does. It's a very small lanyard hole though. You need micro cord for this one. But it's got a pocket clip, so. And I'm going to be switching over to the red phase here. Save my night vision. Because, the tail switch options really matter for some people. Some people really care that their tail switch is on the end of the flashlight. It depends on your application. For some people, the dexterity, it all depends. Different people have different dexterity. Some people, it's easier and quicker on some flashlights to use the tail switch feature. In others, it's better to have it on the side. Kind of like now. Now might be a good time for a flashlight like this because I'm just going for a walk. If I was in, working on a car or something like that, the tail switch might be a little bit better, a little more tactical. There's a dog there if you can't tell. And I'm carrying a power bank with me today because carrying a power bank because the cell phone battery is almost dead. And I sort of told somebody that I was doing a stream tonight, so I was going to take the night off, but nope. No nights off. No nights off at all. And another thing, when you're purchasing your flashlights, guys, and this is probably most important, brightness level. How bright is that flashlight going to be? How bright do you need it to be? You're going for a walk like this. Honestly, 300 lumens is enough. The mode that I'm using here is probably around 500 lumens. But, I walk through these big open areas and having some good throw is really important, which is the second option I wanted to talk to you about when it comes to actual output of your flashlight is what's the throw? How far does that flashlight throw the light? Along with the throw what kind of flood does it have? Look at the flashlight I have here. This has a huge flood on it. The throw is really good, but the flood is huge. You know, to keep this from shining into people's houses while I'm walking through my neighborhood is difficult. This is just got a really wide flood plain to it. Now, when you're walking through a field, kind of like this one, or these open areas, these big parking lots, having some flood is really important. You want to light up the whole area right in front of you without too much effort. You don't want to have to look. You want to be able to see. That's the whole idea. So, you know, when you're buying your flashlights or when you're shopping around for flashlights, there's a lot of different options to consider. Flashlights are a really hot and popular gadget right now. It's definitely a good one because it's got some practicality to it. It's not just something stupid. It could actually save your life. Especially if you like walking at nighttime or at dusk like I do. We're coming up on the end of the bike path here. We're going to be making a turn onto the street. I'm going to be switching flashlights. Okay. So, seeing as how we're coming up on some traffic, I'm going to use a less powerful flashlight. It's not going to be necessary to use a powerful one. I'm going to use my itty bitty. Do I even have that one? I might have to switch back to the... No, I'm going to be switching back. All right, switching back to the TAC 300. And I'm using low mode for this. And guys, this is going to be pretty much wrapping up tonight's stream. I really want to I really appreciate and want to thank everybody who decided to jump in. Anybody who left a chat, left a like or a subscribe. It really means a lot. It was good to have a little talk with everybody tonight. Kind of go over some of the sticking points of what it really means to buy a flashlight. You know, when you're spending, you know, $50 plus on a flashlight, you better get what you want out of it. You know, some of these flashlights are really pricey. You can't just buy it. You got to know what you're getting. You got to know what you need. So, you know, that leaves more to discuss in the future. And we'll elaborate more on that in the next stream. But guys, I want to thank you one last time. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Steve from Do It Right EDC, collapsing out.